Hello everyone, I'm Levon, and this is a quick guide on how to install CBP, which is Community Balance Patch, which is a, balance patch for Iron Harvest, which myself and a few other community members are working on. So, the first thing you're going to need to do is join the modding server, which is, Iron Harvest modding server. You can find that link in the description, and you can also find it by asking on any of the official Discords or any of the or on the tournament Discord. Basically anywhere that I or another team member or anyone who's touched CBP at this point is. And then they'll give you a link, you can join. Then right after that you go to Files down here. In here you'll find a whole bunch of configs. You'll want to select the most recent one and you'll download that. Download this one because I actually haven't installed this one yet. Probably I have, hang on. So I'll download this one. So you click it, it's going to open a browser on the other screen. Open a browser. You'll open it, it'll open a zip file. You'll want to extract all from this zip folder. Doesn't matter where you extract it, just pull it out. Open it up, and in it you'll find more config. One little mistake that I in fact made most recently is to make sure you drag in the second config, not the first one, because it's just how zip folders work. Next thing you're going to need to do is go to your Steam or wherever you have your game installed. I don't know how to do this for things like GOG. I don't even think it's possible for console, but and Epic Games, I presume it's also possible, but again, console not possible. You'll want to go to your game, select Manage, select Browse Local Files. Otherwise, the other ways to get there is to go to Properties, Local Files, Browse. Basically the same thing. Once you're there, you'll want to select this config folder and delete it. Now, do not worry, as you can get this folder back very easily. There's no need to worry about deleting it. If you're really fussed though, you can just pull it out and put it in a different folder. Now, once you've deleted it, you'll go to where you put your other folder, this config. This is the modded config. You'll select it and you'll drag it in. And just like that, because I put it in correctly this time, it is fully installed. That is the modded, that is CBP. Unfortunately, there's no way to really check that it's installed in-game besides jumping into a game and seeing the differences. If you'd like a way to check, you can always go to the most recent changelog and checking in your game files if you're a techie like that. So if I were to do this, I want to see that Hashashin have less health. If I go to config multiplayer, this is modding stuff you don't really need to know. Add on core override. You must have changed in the regular, in the core, I should say. Yeah, our mod is a bit all over the place because how this system. Oh, real ass myself. Yeah, there's that health change. Normally that's 175. So yeah, that indicates that I have the mod. I do indeed have the mod config. Now you can just launch the game as per usual and you'll be in the modded version. Note that if you want to get rid of it, all you have to do is click Properties, Local Files, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. Again, I don't know how to do this on GOG or Epic. I would assume there are similar systems there. Once you've had a go at this, feel free to ask anyone who plays CBP, or anyone really, in any of the Discords to do with Iron Harvest, to play, because you're not going to find many players in the queue this way. But yeah, finally, while I'm here, the modding server has a whole bunch of other things in it. So again, there's files, there is a suggestion document page which you won't be able to type in, but has the balance patch suggestions document, most recent build info document, and the unit stats document, which is basically the same as the stats document for Iron Harvest, but this is specific to CBP, so you can see the differences there as well as the differences here. Next, there's a suggestion discussion place, which is basically a general chat for CBP, but it's also used to discuss things from feedback suggestions, which, now that we're here, is where you can post suggestions for ZPP. Remember to put an upvote and a downvote symbol next to your suggestions, and you'll be able to, and people will be able to vote on it, and there's a good chance that it'll get implemented. Note this is updated extremely often, depending on how the modders are feeling. For instance, yesterday I released about 7 patches because I was fixing it over and over again as I found little bugs. But sometimes it's not as often. But it is a very responsive mod because we have nothing better to do than fix and update. So yeah, again, if you try it out, you find anything that doesn't match up with what we say it should be, then that's obviously a bug, so please report that to us in any real place. Community balance patch areas is encouraged, but if you want to DM it to us, that's also fine. And suggestions, please try to keep that to feedback suggestions. Otherwise, again, discussing it with one of us directly is another such a good idea. Otherwise, that is about it. That's how you install Iron Harvest Community Balance Patch, or CBP for short. Probably say what CBP is. Yeah, CBP is an attempt by a couple of community members to balance Iron Harvest, because we felt that the game was unbalanced and that it wasn't receiving sufficient patching, and that the development team wasn't exactly taking the game in a direction that we thought was a good idea, and very much drove away from what we thought made the game good. And so we attempted to make units make more sense, more fit into their roles better, and feel a lot less illogical at times. And so we, based on the few people who have tried it, really like it, and so we feel that we've done a pretty good job. So development will continue as we iron out more little bugs and more little balance issues. And we hope that if you do try it out, that you'll tell us what you think and hopefully have a good time. Either way, I'd say that's everything you need to know about installing it. Probably tell you the one bug I know of. If it launches and it crashes immediately, check you don't have a config in your config, because that's like I was saying earlier, avoid that. But if that happens, that's most likely what happened. And if you have any bugs, just ask us. We'll tell you how to fix it, or if it's unfixable. Note that any base game Iron Harvest bugs we can't do anything about. This is purely balancing, not bug fixing. Besides bugs that we cause. And yeah, I'm Devon. Check out the links in the description if you want to know how to get a hold of CBP, and we'll play what we feel is a more fun patch. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll finish the video now. Links in the description. Please follow them. They're where you actually find important stuff.